Hi guys and welcome back. So in the previous video we had set up our pickup item. So as you can see in the left side there's a text appearing, so we're now stacking them up. So in this video let's just set up some UI elements just so we can actually have an inventory. So now inside our UI folder, right click and user interface widget blueprint. And the first one, let's call it inventory window, and let's create another one. This one I'll call it inf_item list, and another one, this one will be called inf_item slot. So first let's set up our item list. Give it a moment to open up. Now first just select the canvas panel, delete it, go down in the panel section and get a vertical box. No, not a vertical box. Get a size box in here, set it to desired and set the width to 300, and we really don't have to set the height right now. So in there we'll just put in a vertical box. Inside I'll just put in a border and some text inside. Select the border and I'm just gonna make it black and select the text, set justification to align in the center. So this text I'm just gonna call inventory. And the next thing we need is go down, get this scroll box and put it inside the vertical box, and this one will be our item list. Click this is variable, compile, save. Now go inside our item slot, also delete the canvas panel. Like before, drop a size box, set to desired. Width will be 300 and the height can be 100. So I'm gonna put a border inside, set the opacity to 0.5. Just set it to black. Maybe just set it to white. So we will be doing the actual designing of the slot later. Just for now I'm going to put a horizontal box, and in there I'm just going to put two text. And the next second one will be light and be a bit smaller. first one would be actually the name, second one would be the amount. So I'll just design it later on, but right now for debugging I'm just gonna have it like this. So inside the graph, click and add a new variable, would be our item info. Click another one, item index, and another one will be the name and the amount. So this one I'll set it to item info. Next one will be integer, and the other ones will be just text. So compile, save, go over here, select the name, and in the binding set it to the name, select the amount and also set it here. So the first thing you want to do is click on these and make sure they're instant editable and expose and spawn. So event construct, I'm gonna break this one and set the name and the amount over here. Now what I like to do with the amount is I would check if its should stack is enabled. If it is enabled, then have some text, and if it's not enabled, then it's going to be plain. It's not going to have anything. That way we will actually know if our item can be stacked or not. So now these are done here. Close this one for now, and inside our item list, let's create a custom event, and let's call this one refresh list. So the first thing you want to do is get this item list and say clear child. And one thing I forgot to do is over here search for the third person character, and to get the object we need to get only player. From here get control pawn, and from there you can get the object. Now right click, promote to variable, it's gonna call it pure ref. Next what you want to do is get this player ref. From here get our inventory, and then get for each loop. So for every item in our inventory we want to create a widget, and the widget we're going to create is our item slot. And you can see because we expose those variables there, they are showing up over here, so you can just set them up like this. But if you don't like to have it like this, you can also from here drag it out and set item info and set item index, but this is just a quick way to do it. Then after that I want to drag out the item list and say add child, and we'll just add it in there. So what I like to do is have the refresh once the actual thing is created. Now save all. Let's go inside our inventory window and go down to special effects, background blur, set it to fill, set everything over here to 0, and down here the background blur you can set to whatever you want, but I'm just gonna set it to 5. So the next thing I want to do is drag in a horizontal box, not inside the background blur but in the canvas panel. Set the Z order to 1 and then set it to anchor in the side, and bottom offset set to 0, and also take size to content. So under user created, you're gonna see all the widgets you create will be like referenced here. So we need the item list and put it inside our horizontal box. You can see it's showing up over here. So compile, save, and in our graph, what I like to do is over here create a new custom event, and this one I will just call it refresh in UI. And what this one does is you can just if you add another widget inside your widget, it will show up in the variables panel. So you can just drag in this one, and then from here you can just call the actual functions that we had created, and this helps me to actually like have all the widgets inside here, just call all of them in once. And also let's have this refresh UI over here, and we will be calling this custom event a lot. So now let's compile, save, and I think our UI is done setting up. So go inside our third person character, and this is what we have before. Close all of them out. So inside our inventory graph, what I like to do is just use the tab key, and I'll just create a variable is in open question mark, and over here I'm just gonna drag it, say not, and add a branch. So if it's not open, then it's going to be true. If it is open, then it's going to be false. So if it's not open, then set to open, and if it is open, then set it to not open. And this variable will help in the future. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is create widget, and the widget we're going to create is our inventory window, and then promote this to a variable. So this is in UI, and then you can just add it to the viewport. So likewise, also drag it from here, single player controller. So drag this one up over here and check if it's valid. So if it's already been created, we really don't want to create it every time. So if it's not created, then let's create it and create the widget and add it to the viewport, and then get our player controller, set input mode, game and UI, and the widget to focus is going to be this one. Also set show mouse cursor, and if it is already been created, what I want to do is just set the visibility to visible, and then execute all of these ones. Also, what I like to do is grab this inventory UI and create a new custom event. This will be called in UI refresh inf UI, and I'm just gonna call the refresh node from the UI, and this way you can call this function this custom event from inside our character, and I really don't need to reference it every time. So from here, type in refresh UI, because every time we set it to visible, we want to actually refresh it as well. And when we're closing it, I just want to go ahead and set visibility and to collapse. Also get our player controller, set input mode, game only, and then set show mouse cursor to false. So this will take care of our inventory, opening and closing it. So let's drag and set a comment, and then close inventory window. Now compile, save, and let's check if it's working. So hit play, set the tab key, and you can see there's our inventory. And let's pick up some items, and as you can see, we have one. You can also pick up one of the stack show stack item, and you can see there is a number, and it increases every time we put it in. You can also put these in. These don't stack, so it can be added as well. And one thing I forgot to do is go inside our item slot, select the border, inside padding, then bottom side, just set it to 5. And now we'll just have a little bit of padding. And you can also see that if I just go ahead and pick up one of these items, and then pick a stack item, and then this one. So I pick another one. It stays in the same place and update. So yeah, this is what we're going what I would like to do is, just for now, because we really don't have any weapons over here, I'll be doing that after this is finished. What I like to do is city offset the position. Let's set this to 300. That way it's more in the middle. So yeah, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next video. Also, sorry about the background noise, and yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.